Hey guys, it's me Jennifer, and today I'm getting behind the wheel of Olivia, my 1979 Dodge D-150 Utiline pickup. So let's go ahead and take a little look at this generation of Dodge's pickup trucks, as well as Olivia's story, specifications, and how she is on the road. So let's get into it. So Dodge made the third generation of its pickup trucks from the 1972 through the 1980 model years. The third-gen trucks got updated styling with a new scalloped hood, as well as extensive use of galvanized steel on the body to help with rust resistance. Underneath, the trucks got an independent double wishbone front suspension, as well as larger brakes. Inside, they received a redesigned interior with recessed gauges, a standard parking brake pedal, a larger glove box, and larger pedals. So ever since I was a young girl, I've always wanted a Dodge Stepside pickup truck. I think it started when I was about 6, 7, something like that years old, and I was watching the movie The Driver with my parents, and Ryan O'Neal's character was driving this badass 1973 Chevy C10 Stepside pickup truck, and I remember thinking that is one of the coolest trucks ever. I think right then is when I decided I needed one of these kind of trucks. So on a Sunday morning in August of 2023, I was sitting on the living room couch next to my husband, just scrolling through Facebook Marketplace like any other car addict would. And I found the listing for the Stepside D150, and I just flipped my phone around and showed it to my husband. And he was like, "Oh, that's cool." Well, I had also sent it to my best friend who lived about an hour and a half away from where the truck was. And she said that she and her husband didn't have much going on that afternoon and that they could go ahead and check it out for me. So they did, and they gave it the green light. And I told my husband, well, I guess I'm buying a truck. And so the following Saturday, I had a one-way car rental out to Virginia and then met up with my best friend and her husband. We drove out to where the truck was, which was outside of Danville, Virginia. And the next day I drove it the 7 hours or so home from her house. And it was probably one of the hottest days to be doing that. It was like 90 degrees with a 97-degree heat index with no air conditioning, but it was worth it. Now, when I got Olivia, she was showing about 84,700 miles on the odometer. Now she shows around 86,000, but that's probably not accurate since the odometer is no longer working for some reason. Now, why is she named Olivia? It's kind of an odd name for a truck, right? Well, it's probably kind of dumb, but one of my favorite TV shows is the late 2000s Fox show Fringe, and the main character in the show is named Olivia Dunham. And so I named my truck after her. Now, when I got Olivia back in 2023, she needed a new flywheel, which was a known issue. So I had that replaced as well as her throwout bearing. I've also made her a custom shift boot after ripping 2 rubber ones, fixed her driver's side door lock since that wasn't working, and got her heater and defroster working again. Other than that, she's been like a reliable puppy dog and hasn't needed much of anything at all. Now, with her being manual steering, I do have plans to convert her over to power steering just to make it a little bit easier to maneuver her in tight parking lots. And I already have all of the parts for that, as well as a tough steering wheel that I found at a swap meet. I just have to clean them up and put them on. Now, with Olivia being a D150, she is considered a half-ton model. Under the hood, she has a 318 cubic inch V8 engine with a 2-barrel carburetor, which put out 150 horsepower and 250 pounds-feet of torque. That is mated up to an A833 4-speed manual transmission with overdrive that sends power to the rear wheels. Olivia also has manual steering, power front disc brakes and rear drum brakes, and a 9 1/4 rear axle with a 355 gear ratio. She also has an 18-gallon fuel tank, which oddly I've never calculated her fuel economy, so I have no idea what she gets. Now I do have Olivia's original equipment identification decal. Now these were placed on the underside of the hood and they list out the VIN number, the order number, wheelbase, and all the options and option codes for the vehicle. Some of Olivia's most notable options are her upgraded D150 suspension parts. Olivia was built at one of Dodge's Warren, Michigan plants and was originally sold at a dealership in Danville, Virginia called Blackwell Motors. Now, Olivia is the custom trim level, which was the base trim level below the Adventurer trims. She has these custom 150 badges on the front fenders, as well as chrome sport mirrors, a chrome bumper, and a 10 grille. Now, she obviously doesn't have these anymore, but the custom trim stock wheels came with painted hubcaps. Now, inside, the custom trim level came with a color-keyed padded dashboard, seat, and door trim, as well as black rubber floor mats, a 10-inch rearview mirror that had daytime and nighttime settings, and padded sun visors. Now outside, Olivia has this lovely dark blue paint with some patina and these Warlock-esque stripes going down the sides. She also has the Dodge lettering on the front of the hood, as well as the Dodge script on the tailgate, which folds down to reveal a wood bed. Olivia is also wearing these American Racing torque thrust wheels that are wrapped in BF Goodrich radial TA tires. Up front, those tires are sized P225 70R15, and out back, they're P235 70R15s. Under the hood in the engine bay is this nifty little area for stowing tools, as well as a decal on the underside of the hood that shows how to use it. Now inside, Olivia is pretty blue. She has this blue dashboard, a blue vinyl covered bench seat, which is actually super padded and really comfortable, blue carpeting, and blue visors. She also has this large steering wheel that helps with the manual steering, a Hurst grip shifter, my custom shift boot, and a Bluetooth radio that doesn't work at the moment. So Olivia drives like a truck. Her suspension is quite a bit stiffer than Diamond's, and she doesn't get as confused over bumps. She does have manual steering. It can get a little tricky. I usually can manage it pretty well, except for like in tight parking lots. And that's why I want to change her out to power steering. I do also have to like adopt this kind of slouchy driving position just because this seat's all the way up and I can't get the clutch pedal down all the way if I'm sitting up straight. And I also can't get the gear shift into third comfortably since it's a pretty long, far throw for me. There are times when I forget that she has chains on the tailgate and I hear them clinking and I'll just be like, what the hell is that? She is kind of slow. That's fine. I can get her to get up and go when I need to. She also stops pretty well. Those disc brakes up front help a lot. There's definitely something that got disconnected behind the dash. When I got her, her odometer was working. Her speedometer doesn't work. It's stuck at 52 miles an hour. Luckily, every other gauge works. But other than that, I mean, she drives as you would expect an old truck would drive. I absolutely enjoy driving her. It's always a blast, and she's just really fun to cruise around in. And that's it. If you like this video and you want to stay up to date on what's going on with Olivia and her future projects, feel free to like, share, subscribe, all of that good stuff. And if you want to help support the channel, feel free to go to thegearheadgirl.com and you can get access to some exclusive content as well as some merchandise. So I'll see you guys later. Bye.